Codebro, Captain Codebro,
and The Blacklight.
Today we're going to talk about the Dark Avengers #2, written by Brian Michael Bendis, and the artwork is by Mike Deodato over here. All right, Dark Avengers #2. A little controversy about this comic book. It wasn't as good as the first one.
It's
we'll
true.
say, if you read the first one, then you're still probably trying to put your mind back together because it was awesome. But this one,
It was okay. It wasn't terrible, but
I'm
wasn't
lying
the
to
best.
you, I loved it. This guy didn't think so. I thought it was awesome. I loved it a lot. Pretty much the thing that sucks about this comic book, for some people, is that it's more about Doom and Morgana.
Yeah, it's more of a story about how Doom's master comes into play, I guess. We found out in the last issue that Doom has a master, and they're showing that now. It starts off basically with Morgana in the past, 37 years ago, going into trying to kill Doom when he's a boy.
A little boy, like a 37 years ago boy.
Yes.
So he's a little dude, and she's gonna stab him. She's like, "Oh no, I can't stab you because you gotta know why I'm stabbing you,
Yeah, you need to know why you're dying.
dick." Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. And there's a lot of filler that I don't think even mattered. All this part here doesn't matter, the second page. But I will tell you, this guy right here looks just like Tommy Lee Jones. Tell me that's not the guy from Men in Black. That's Tommy Lee Jones. But no, it's Norman Osborn. But it looks just like Tommy Lee Jones. All throughout this comic, I was thinking to myself, like, whoa, it's Two-Face from Batman 3. You know, it's... The artwork's good, though. It is good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then,
Actually, I really like the artwork because the panel work is just incredible.
the panel work is very good. There's a lot of crooked panels that
Where's that page
look
at?
look a little bit out of
That is
out of
sweet.
hue, and they look really good that way.
I don't know if you can tell on camera, but just buy the comic, dummy.
So anyway, yeah, there's a little filler with Norman Osborn talking to his new Hammer soldiers, and then it's back to Doom, and she's telling him that she's got to kill him, and like, this is why, because you came and you took all my dark secrets.
She's got these giant spawn demon monsters that are really rad. Sometimes they're really small, sometimes they're really big. She just reminds me of Rita Repulsa a little bit. My monsters grow! You know, throws the staff and they grow, and then they call the Megazord. No, they don't. They call the Dark Avengers. They have a lot of like conversation, which kind of whatever, and you meet Norman Osborn second. And he pretty much tells Ares to shut up and tells everybody else to shut up.
Back here when they're in their Avengers Tower talking, Osborn takes his suit off. And something that I've noticed about how Stark designs his equipment, suits always come off really awkwardly. The pieces are just kind of flying around him. Don't really see where they're going. I'm assuming some kind of a fanny pack on his back or something. Like, they just dissolve and disappear. But it's kind of awkward, kind of neat.
It's all right there. But you should just buy the comic and read it anyway. And then in this panel, they're just talking a bunch of gibberish back and forth to one another, and I think they're mad because they can't understand each other, because I had no idea what they were saying. But it was pink and electrifying. That was sweet. Really excited about this Messiah War. I'm just saying, I know it has nothing to do with this comic, but I was excited to see it. So anyway, Doom gets defeated and gets clamped down on by a giant monster, and that was sweet. This looks just like Tommy Lee Jones. Tell me that doesn't look like Tommy Lee Jones right there. You tell me. You're not telling me anything, because that's Tommy Lee Jones.
Alright, so basically,
Jones looks just like him.
Norman Osborn's secretary comes in and she tells him, hey, this just came in and it's one of Doom's henchmen type people saying, hey, we need help. Like, here's our location, come help us. So he's like, all right, well, I don't think helping Doom was really the best first mission for the new Avengers, but let's do it. So they fly off to go and help him.
And they keep saying gaga goo, gaga poo. I think that's really funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like they're little babies.
Gaga goo, gaga poo. These like spawn monsters are saying that. It's really funny. And then the Dark Avengers try to fly in on this big old jet, and one of the monsters grows. The jet's like, pew, just bites the jet down, which is sweet. And then they're like, okay, we're screwed. What are we gonna do? And Sentry's like, I'm not screwed. I'm awesome.
Osborn gives him permission to let loose.
And if you haven't read the comic yet, I would shut us off right now before we tell you what happens next, because it's awesome. 3, 2, 1, I'm telling you. Look. He rips her frickin' head off.
It's gone.
And it's so sick. And it's so dumb, too, because it's like, she just defeated Doom. Sentry couldn't defeat the Punisher. The Punisher
Can't defeat Doom?
can't defeat Doom. And
How does this work?
Doesn't work, but Sentry rips her head off, and it's sweet anyway.
It's way sweet.
Everyone's talking, they're like, oh, that fight ended really fast, and Sentry's like, I feel like I'm gonna barf.
He's not feeling good. Something's wrong. And everybody else starts to notice.
And then he explodes.
He's gone.
Then who shows up? Morgana.
She's back. And she tells us, hey, even though you can kill me here, I can just come back from another time.
This is funny because Ares is like, I'm the son of Zeus. You can't come here and disrespect me. And she's like, hey, your dad doesn't love you. Shut up. And then she essentially has Venom bite Ares.
Just
and
chomps down on his head.
And it ends with him mostly in his mouth. Right there. So Ares could be dead. I doubt it. That's possible. Is this the end of our Dark Avengers?
I doubt it.
No, it's not. Why would you think that? You're an idiot. But it is a good fight. So far, it's a good fight, and I want to see the fight continue. Okay. So, the Sentry blew up. Is he dead?
I don't think he's going to be necessarily dead because, like, if he's dead, then the Dark Avengers are already falling apart, and that story is going to kind of go away.
But you don't need the Sentry for the Dark Avengers.
You don't necessarily need
the Sentry
it.
wasn't an Avenger in the first place. So if they kill off Ares and they kill off the Sentry, then you still have the Dark Avengers. You don't have any of the main Avengers that are gone.
True, but it's still they were still part of the team to begin with.
And I hope that the Sentry dies because he's too powerful. Pretty much,
overpowered.
the Dark Avengers are never, like, the regular Avengers will never defeat the Dark Avengers as long as Sentry is there.
He is so fast, like, it's impossible to catch up with him at all, and you're not going to get away from him. I don't know how Frank Castle managed to get away from him.
Well, I do, because I read the comic book.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Ares being dead?
Ares doesn't matter to me. I know Uncle Boneless really likes him.
But do you think he's actually dead?
Sure, why not? Hopefully he just leaves the Dark Avengers. But we'll see. Next issue should tell us all. I give it a 4 out of 5. I think
I would agree with 4
great.
out of 5. Like, it's a good comic. I didn't really necessarily like that it wasn't entirely the Dark Avengers, but it was a good comic.
Yes, it was.
So 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Alright, here's Uncle Boneless with the final take on Dark Avengers number 2.